Well, like the Enter the Battlefield documentary was intended to follow around like what's basically like Magic's 1%, right? Like the top of the pros, and like how Magic's 1% lives is depressing. Like that people, I'm like, those guys are great. Like, don't get me wrong. Like Owen and Reed and William Jensen, they're great people. But I mean, like, hey Perkins, howdy Tom. All right. Speaking of Tron, I don't have mind sensors in this sideboard. That's probably a mistake. Blue Tron. Okay. Well, Lightning Bolt still has one use. Lightning Helix also one use. Man, Bluetron's like the definition of like the Magic Online awkward deck. Like at least like Hate Bears has like one random GP finish. Like Bluetron is like actual zero in terms of like results at large events, right? Like this is basically just like again, Lightning Helix. We know it beats Utron 8 rack. I bet the tier 3 deck beats the other tier 3 deck. Another Nahiri. What's not to love? Let's play this. Tap to pass the turn. This matchup's probably not great for us, in all reality. Like, they just go a little bit bigger than we do. I guess the thing we have going for us is that our deck plays consistently more powerful cards, whereas he's playing Blutron. It has a top 16 from last year. Okay. Top 16 at what? Wall of Omens, right on time. Where we want to play our 4-drops. That is an MTGO bot feature. I'm just going to jam in a Nahiri, especially since we have 2 of them. A 70, yeah, yep. Condescend, Remand, whatever. No, I don't hate Blutron. I'm just, you're never going to find me be anything other than realistic about what decks are Modern. Like Modern's a format where lots of decks that never see success at competitive events see play, and like that effect is exacerbated, or whatever you want to say it, like it's extended or more prevalent on Magic Online, where there's a lot of people playing budget decks on top of intentionally playing decks that are underpowered. Yeah, right? Like, oh, good. This is a Tron deck we can beat. Nahiri was bought out. I think those people are going to be very sad. Even if this card is very real as a 4-of in a couple of Modern decks, that's not enough to keep the price high, and it's not good enough in Standard to maintain the price that it has now, so... Are we just getting Slaver locked? Probably just getting Slaver locked. Sundering Titan. Sure. So we can mana leak that? We can mana leak that assuming he doesn't have a counterspell of his own? I think Green Red Tron's still a fine deck in Modern. Like, Joe Lissette is well on his way to proving that, and there are other people at the Open, like, doing well with the deck as also. Slaverlock needs 13 mana. Good to know. Thought Not Seer. Sure, man. You do you. My favorite deck to hate on is definitely the Leonin Arbiter decks. Those decks are trash. Those decks are like the welcome to Magic Online, enjoy your stay, you're playing against Leonin Arbiter. Like that. Anyone who's watched the stream for a while knows that Leonin Arbiter is my favorite thing. That's because Nahiri's only medium in Standard. I also haven't played a ton of Standard recently, so like maybe that's changed, but I know when I was testing it, she was just okay. Oh, he doesn't have another land. It's good for us. Block. I'll block. 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 Free attack, free block, you know. That's another, like, at least the Taking Turns deck finally cracked top 32 at an Open, I guess. Like, top 32 at a 600 player event, one player, and like. And what you have to remember when a deck like this does well at a larger event is that it didn't do well because it was exceptionally powerful. It did well because there's always lots of people playing decks like this. Alright, what am I doing here? So I can't just tap out for Nahiri because he has Sundering Titan in his hand, so I guess we're just passing back here. Excuse me. Block this guy. He is sniping. Bring in the Crumbles. Crumble's not even that good against Blue Tron, but it's probably better than nothing. Lightning Bolt and Helix are not stellar, so I'm just going to cut those. Yeah, that's what a buyout. That's why it's called a buyout. People buy all of the cards. Maybe I'm supposed to bring in Piankarin just because it's another threat. Yeah, I don't think so. I doubt Star City ever really sells out of Magic cards. I feel like they're smart enough that they put a limited enough supply up for sale, and then if they do like get a buyout like that, then they have more to relist at a higher price. So like, I love when people say that. They're like, oh man, I made so much money because this card spiked, when in reality, you haven't actually made money. You've only made money when a Magic card spikes if you sell that Magic card for the new price and have that cash in your hands. If you just sit on that Magic card and don't actually move it, you haven't actually made any money. You just feel slightly better about your decision making to have spent large amounts of money on Magic the Gathering cards. So that's something to keep in mind. And like, Nahiri was at a price that I feel like it's unrealistic for anyone to actually make money on a buyout. So like, let's say you're buying them out at 12. That means to sell them back to a dealer for a profit, they need to break 25 at a dealer to even make a 50% profit on each of them. and which is just like unrealistic for a card. Like look at Chandra even. Like that card's like a 4 of in a bunch of standard decks, and it's not that much money. Sorry, I'm really good at crapping on people's bubbles. I should stop doing that. Yeah, this hand does stuff. Kinda. It plays Wall of Omens. Who doesn't love Wall of Omens? Look, different strokes for different folks. Magic's great because it is so many different things to so many different people. That's one of the reasons why Magic is as great as it is. This is a phenomenal draw. Alex, message me on Facebook to prove who you are. Message me your username. Yep, definitely. In fact, I'm probably... Be very quiet. Oh, those manas don't cast Stony Silence. Yeah, man. You'll hear me say this a lot. I don't understand the people that stream and don't talk to people. Like, why are you even bothering to like stream if you're not going to read the chat and interact with people? Just like record yourself and post it on YouTube. Nahiri is a 4 of in the deck that won the SCG Classic last week. Sure. But like that's one standard deck. Wall of Omens was 10-ish last I checked. Untapped land. Jeez. We're just the unluckiest. We even cantripped. This is why I like usually play 26 lands, but I felt with 4 Wall of Omens maybe I could play 25. Thirst for Knowledge. I feel like I have to let this resolve. And I knew he had this because he paused when I cracked the fetch and when I put the shock land into play. There's a donate link below the stream or on the right side if you're on mobile. Yeah, the icon at the top, we are down a game. The red arrow means down. The green arrow means up a game. We can't Angel now. We only have 3 lands. What do we think of green red Eldrazi? It's probably fine. Seems reasonable. What's his name? Ari Lax posted a video set with the deck list. Someone did well with it at a Classic before Jerry played it at the Open. It just says Game 3, so you don't need to show up or down if you're in Game 3. The Tron player, I would not let this resolve. I mean, sure. But, like, what if he already has the Tron piece and then just, like, taps out for an 8-drop and then we die? Like, that doesn't seem great. Alright, I'm going to Path to Exile this guy, which lets me draw towards land. Swell opponent. God bless him. Draw a card. Land. You know, third Angel's the charm, right? Probably losing Mana Leak. I guess I could lose Spell Snare too. I do think Thought-Knot Seer is a power increase for this deck, but it's not that hard to make a tier 3 deck better. This card, I think, was actually the biggest boon to it, because they don't have to play Dismember to have removal in their main deck anymore. So I think this was one of the biggest upgrades to our opponent's deck. Get that. Got there. Watch us get Sundering Titan next turn. That would feel bad. So, like, on a scale of 1 to dead, we're probably pretty dead here. Mono Blue Tron isn't exactly on the list of things I'm looking to beat. Mindslaver resolves. Now, they do play Repeal. So, like, I could tap out for this Resto and get Repealed and Slavered, but... No, I can't get Repealed and Slavered, right? Because I would toss 2 and then you only have 3 left. Well, we're just going to jam this. Get Condescended or whatever. Wield the sword well. I mean, it depends on how the testing is, Mushimu. Mardu is on the list of things. I would like to play at some point. Scrub'em coming through with the donation. Thank you for that. I really appreciate the support, mate. Love Slaver. I just like to be able to look at player sideboards when I slaver them. Like, that's the stones, right? Oh, no. Oh, no. I should resto the Stony Silence, right? Remand me. Please remand me. I mean, let's be honest. What really works about Magic Online? I'd file for comp every time I Mindslavered someone on Magic Online with the reasoning that I wasn't able to see my opponent's sideboard like I'm supposed to. Blink the Pod. That's the reference. Blink the Pod. Oh, yeah. He gets to replay Stony Silence and snare my silence. That's not good. Alright, you do you and me, opponent. He is going to counter our own Stony Silence. You're not wrong. Wait, did he fetch and not fail to find? That happened, right? Oh, I guess he wanted to play the Restoration Angel. Wouldn't you just, like, shock me, though? He might just, like, not care about the Stony Silence, too. Like, this card's only medium against his deck. Maybe his hand's just all bad cards left. Epiphany at the Drown Yard. Okay, sure, you do you. Oh, that's hot. That's hot. Okay. Okay. That's one way to make this card playable. Okay, that was cool. That was if you're gonna play the deck, you might as well do something sweet with it. The draw 6 beam. This was that was sexy. Okay. What a savage. What did I just watch? Indeed. No, he mind-slavered us. Mind-slaver plus Epiphany. Yep, he broke it. I need to concede and build his deck. I need to build his deck. I can't even. We need to draw a counterspell here. We need to draw a Mana Leak, a Negate, a Dispel, something to force the Stony Silence through. Otherwise, we're going to get Slaver locked, and we'll just concede. Alright, well, you know, ask and you shall receive. I guess I'm shocking myself, right? Might as well. He's gonna condescend me for infinite. I negate him. Man, could you imagine if we win this game? How ridiculous would that be? So he's got Chalice of the Void. He's got Snapcaster Mage. So he's played this. He played this. Hasn't played Tech Edge yet. He discarded Tech Edge. He discarded Island. He has a Snapcaster Mage. And Snare because we got it. Snare him if you got him. No, yeah, we're still probably pretty dead. Subscription is basically just a way to support the stream via a monetary. It's basically a way to donate to the stream and get a little bit of a perk at the same time. The subscription money supports me directly as well as Twitch. You get some sweet chat emotes and some adorable chat emotes, but mainly what the subscription is there for is to help support the streamer. It also makes it so you don't see ads on my channel. I'm just gonna go ahead and am I supposed to? I guess we could still technically win the game. Yeah, I guess I'll pass here. And then I'm going to path my Wall of Omens. Or maybe I'll just path his Snapcaster Mage. Oh, he put Academy Runes on top of his deck. Alright, well, let's path the Snapcaster now. If he wants a land, he has to shuffle. It's people like my opponent that make me want to just be the fun police at at the next open. Like every time I lose to Mono Blue Tron online or I lose to like Green Devotion, I'm like, man, why aren't there just 4 Goblin Guides in my deck? Why aren't there just like 4 Goblin Guides and 4 Swift Spears and just like punish the people that are trying to do ridiculous things? Because most of the people doing ridiculous things don't respect the decks that are popular and powerful in Modern. I'm not sure who you're telling to grow up, but I feel like you're a troll, so I'm going to ban you. Because I have a 0 tolerance troll policy. No trivia while we're playing, Ryan. Trivia on breaks is fine. How was the zoo matchup for Kiki-Cord? Kiki-Cord has a lot of incidental life gain, removal, walls, and a combo finish. That is a pretty reasonable zoo matchup. I don't actually think Blood Moon is that good against Mono Blue Tron. Look at that. There's another one. Get gone. SK Turan, are you referring to the Archon of Nulzun deck? Yeah, they can still watch the stream. They just can't post in chat. I don't care who watches the stream. Anyone's welcome to watch. But if you wanna have the privilege of posting in chat, you have to act like at least a little bit of an adult. And as soon as you've proven you aren't able to accomplish that, I take away your talking privileges. Now, even if you're logged in band, you can still watch, I believe. The combo's actually in our hand here. Look at this. So Kiki and Restoration Angel make infinite Restoration Angels. This hand's medium. It needs some lands. These both have to fetch red sources. I was going to revisit Jeskai Scapeshift. We might still at some point. Like, maybe we'll play that tomorrow. Oh, it's a WotC coverage person. Fish? Fish. Okay. Can't counter that one. I can, however, gain 3 life. Howdy, Havoc. Alright, well, we would like to draw land at some point here. Tell the WotC person that Moto sucks. Okay, I would just like to throw it out there that I am fairly certain that most Wizards employees understand that Magic Online is terrible. I would be very surprised if any of them weren't aware of how bad the software is. Please, Worth, please. All right, Worth. That's like 50%. You gave us the tapped land. That's half of what we were asking for. I'll take it. I don't know what that is, Kyle. If you're talking about that weird thing that Magus has been streaming, just because someone's streaming a deck or does a 3-2 or 4-1 with it in the league doesn't make that deck a thing. All right, that's a red source. No, I was happy with the Colonnade. I was, with how lucky we are, I was happy with the Colonnade. Does he have a Vendilion click or something here? Harbinger of the Tides. I feel like I'm on the Snap Helix plan here. I'm just going to Snap Helix now. While he's tapped out, we can kill this Lord. How bad is chat delay? It shouldn't be too bad. I actually haven't dropped any frames today. Was this the Lord they revealed? It was. Okay. This is an answer to our combo, and sometimes they have Vapor Snag. Chalice on 1. Oh no! How am I going to play my 1-mana spells? Well, she clearly does not have snags. This is a Regery? Sure. No blocks. Maybe I'm supposed to block there just because I might not be able to block next turn. That's very possible. I'm going to ship the turn back here. They could have Dismember or something like that. Any idea who you're actually playing against? It says Hallie. Hallie? Hallie. That's Hallie, I believe. Yep. I no longer have a Celestial Colonnade. Lord, come on, just tap out. Tap out for me. Yep. The sweet thing about this play here is that it should probably get out a Dismember before I go for the Kiki, since she likely won't want to get one of her guys eaten. Yep, sweet. So we're getting Dismembered here. I assume? Yeah, getting Dismembered. Which member? Dismember right here. Yeah, I'm going to go ahead and blink it. Why not? Am I using this as a gain 3? I feel like I'm using this as a gain 3 now. Untapped land. Ooh, a Nahiri. I'm just supposed to try and kill her, right? I feel like I'm supposed to try and kill her. Just pass the turn back here. Because I wanted to block with the Restoration Angel and kill one of his 3/3s if he didn't have a Dismember. Master Babes, yep. Should Nahiri be banned in Modern? You're high. Come back when you have a real question. This is a combo. This is kind of scary. Dead to another Dismember. Sweet. I think she's dead. If she didn't attack with these, which means she doesn't have Dismember. She didn't want to attack into another Restoration Angel, which I very obviously have. Combo! Scale of 1 to dead, where are we at here? Dead. Good. That's a good side of the scale to be on. I appreciate it. Okay, so gods are angry. The gods are angry, and she's going to experience their wrath. Extra PNK. Magma Spray's medium chalice is super annoying. What am I supposed to do here? Am I not supposed to bring in Magma Spray because there's Chalice of the Voids? I feel like that might be a thing. Cut a bolt, maybe? I'm going to leave the snares in because they can counter Chalice and Spreading Seas. Yeah, just do this. Negate seems super loose. I corded for I mean, Aegeus of the Gods is on the list of cards that I've played in Cord at different points. Removing Electrolyze. This is just a new deck list. I started from nothing when I put this deck list together. I didn't like copy and paste the other deck and like add Resto and Wall of Omens to it. Aegis. Okay, Aegeus. No, I'm gonna say Aegeus because that's how I want to pronounce it. So this hand has the upside of not having to fetch an island, so I'm gonna keep it, which could be loose. Our opponent's name is Hallie. Hallie. I know you can't see it over here. I've got it in the game log on the side. Oh, man. I should have brought in Stony Silence, I guess. Yeah, I should definitely bring in Stony Silence in this matchup. Vile's annoying, and not only is Vile annoying, but we can loot away extra Stony Silences with Nahiri. I mean, it's okay against Scapeshift. So is Mind Sensor, and I think Mind Sensor is going to give you more mileage on average. They both just like die to a lightning bolt, so they both get interacted with awkwardly by Remand. If I consider doing a Patreon, I mean, like, I don't think I really need a Patreon. Like, I'm partnered here on Twitch, so like people can just sub on here, which I appreciate the support. All of my subs, y'all are the best. You're great. I mean, wear tear is definitely reasonable on here. That's definitely true. Patreon is a site where people can pay monthly to support different content producers that they like. Luck. Alright, so in response to this one, I'm going to Helix this guy. I'm not expecting to get pierced or snared because she's playing Chalice in the main. We're doing this in response because if she has two lords and like she puts the lord in here and then I go to Helix, then she could put another lord in response and then 3 damage is no longer enough. Alright. And again, just like not fetching blue sources or fetching islands, so they're not island walk. Why would I play a card that says unplayable? Ancestral Visions is not playable in Modern. It's not. It's not good. It's like, it's playable in like the sideboards of decks that want to gas up against decks like ours. If you wanted to board it in against a deck like the one I'm playing, perfectly respect you for that. However, it's not good in general. And Sean copied the list from the one I was streaming with yesterday and then, like, added some stuff to it. What's the most consistent combo deck in Modern and the fastest? Malira Company is the most consistent and powerful deck in Modern. She didn't have 2 lords last turn, so I'm just going to bolt this. And if she like, has 2 lords all of a sudden, I've read the situation wrong. So we'll just bolt that, block this idiot. Play a step to pass the turn. Still play 2 Revelation. I don't think that card's ever been good in Modern. Okay, well, if she doesn't ripple Lord, we're going to be in a pretty good spot. It's on the list of decks I want to try. We're going to try just a bunch of different Nahiri decks. Well, that was her draw for the turn, so she shouldn't have a Lord. I mean, this is one of the best things about Kiki-Cord, right? Yeah, that's fine. So this could hit a Lord. The fact that she had Spreading Seas gummed up in her hand makes sense. I guess it's reasonable that I probably should have played a fetch land last turn to make sure I could have 3 red this coming turn if I got Spreading Seas again. Yes, I would like to blink that and draw a magical card. That's pretty good. Blocks. Eat this guy, block this guy. So why not Supreme Verdict over Wrath of God? Because I would rather hedge playing against things like elves than playing against things like fish, because I think fish is a better matchup for this. Kiki-Cord is not tier 1. By definition, Kiki-Cord is not popular enough to be tier 1. Am I just attacking here? I feel like I'm supposed to hold back. Well, if he wants to ship in, alright, that's fine. We'll block. If he draws a Lord, not attacking looks real bad, but anything other than that, we're fine. LSV's biggest fan. Based on the things you're playing, I can't tell if you are a troll or if you just don't have a solid grasp of the things you're trying to convey. Is it tier 1 in terms of power? No. No, it is not. Kiki-Cord plays a bunch of inherently weak magic cards but has a strong synergy-based strategy. Alright, so this game should basically be locked up. Yeah. I don't talk about like try and make up things like, oh, this deck's powerful enough to be tier 1, blah, 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 blah. If a deck is powerful enough to be tier 1, enough people will start picking it up and doing well with it that it'll then be tier 1 by the definition that it has enough numbers to be tier 1. I agree. I feel like he's on the borderline troll portion, and we're gonna keep an eye on that because we have a zero troll policy here on the stream. Kill this guy. Shock myself. Play this Restoration Angel. Get 2 more Thopters. P and K is so good. P and K Resto. It's so delicious. And we drew a Nahiri to boot. Just ship for 9 in the air here. I don't do Magic Finance. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. We could technically kill him with the Snapcaster Bolt, but I'm just gonna be conservative and not. They already spiked today. Yeah, I don't do finance because so many people just like Magic. I don't want to play Magic as a stock market. If you want to make investments, go make actual investments. The title says starting soon. Oh man, I'm a big old liar. Thank you. I appreciate that, Delorean. I kicked the stream on before we actually started, so thank you for that. Thank you to the 400 people that are hanging out this afternoon here watching me, even though my stream title is a giant liar. I don't think I'm going to ban you for that, but we're going to give you a timeout. Alright. Got him. Match. Soulfire Grandmaster. Thanks, Jerry. So admittedly, just by following you, my Magic stock portfolio spiked. Worship goes. Yep. When I bought into Kiki-Cord, it cost me $300. I'm strictly competitive formats because there's enough design space in competitive formats that I don't have time for things like Commander. I don't think Painful Truths is very good. I think I'd rather play like Dark Confidant. Valkyrin bot with the brand new sub. Welcome to the stream, mate. I really appreciate that next level of support. Bardic Immunity coming through with the brand new sub. Subtrain Hype, 123 out of 150. I'm going to have to tell the wife I need to make time for a long stream sometime soon. That's exciting. Welcome. The children appreciate it. Oh, man, if this is Burn, how good would this hand be against Burn? Play a guy. Oh, Yahtzee! We got double subs. We've got double Lightning Helix against Suicide Zoo. Okay, could be Suicide Zoo. Helix still good against Suicide Zoo, but... all right. Well, I feel like I'm just gonna do this. It's a good draw. The 12-hour stream, generally I do at least 8 hours of Magic and at least 4 hours of Hex, and sometimes we roll a little bit past 12. JG87 iRock with the brand new sub as well. Welcome. I know you've been watching the stream for a little while, but I appreciate that next level of support. I really do. Thank you very much, mate. What are your thoughts on this? I mean, Suicide Zoo is one of the many Tier 2 and Tier 3 decks in the format that are probably perfectly reasonable. It's like Kiki-Cord, and it's like everything else. BB Jace with the brand new sub. Thank you, everyone. I really do appreciate it. So, if you don't follow me on Twitter or Facebook, I posted the other day that I'm going to have a more regular streaming schedule. Previously, I had just been kind of doing whatever. But if you're enjoying the content I'm putting on here, you're going to be able to find me here 4 days a week, 4 afternoons a week at a minimum. I'm going to be streaming Agri Sloth with all the brand new subs. Enjoy the wonderful emotes. I really appreciate it. Jeez. Thank you. Welcome. And that audio file is actually my children laughing, for reference. It's from a video that Christy snapped on one of her phones. It's giggling. They're not crying. They're laughing. I swear. We want a Pika emote. They reject... Andorak with the brand new sub as well. Welcome to the stream. I appreciate it. Thank you very much. Cruisington with the 4-month resub. There's a different Pikachu for the longer resubs because Pikachu gets more happy the longer you are here. I appreciate the continued support, mate. Thanks for staying on. So... I'm going to start by speaking of children laughing and crying. It sounds like my youngest just woke up from his nap. Go ahead and get in here with these guys. I'm really not familiar with budget decks on Magic. I have someone draw me one. It's a good idea. Maybe I'll ask a buddy to do that. Yep, Declan is stirring. I wonder how many Death Shadows he has in his hand. He's like just dead here, right? Opponent drew a lot of lands this game. Is it mono, modern, until I'm offline? I'll see how we're feeling about this deck. Maybe we'll set aside some time tomorrow to do Legacy. I'm gonna butcher this name. Paradal. Thank you. However, if you want to push the phonetic of the name in chat, I would appreciate it. 129 out of 150. Welcome. Thank you for the brand new sub. I appreciate the support. I like Anger. I like Wrath. I like Dispel in this matchup. I'm not sure that I like Magma Spray. I'd love to see those again. Hear that, Bamonte? We have a call. We have a call for more Crash Test. Leak's not stellar in this matchup. So, I like Dispel. I like Snare. I like all of the removal. I like the sweepers. P and Corinne Nalar actually won that game, but I feel like we probably would have won that game regardless. So I think I'm gonna trim this. Yeah, Magma Spray is basically like a 5th and 6th kind of lightning bolt type effect in the board, and there's not a lot of Malira Company online, but I think if I were to play this in paper, I would want Magma Sprays to exile stuff from Malira Company. Team House Husbands, yep. All right, Maddie, maybe I'll talk to our editor on Card Market. We'll have to see if we can put something together again for once a month or so. Leak's just really slow. This hand seems stellar. Keep. They usually don't play basic lands, though. So that is something worth noting. You got a probe? Yep. I mean, this or Cord. I mean, right now my default would just be Cord. I haven't played any of these other new decks nearly enough to say that they're consistently powerful enough to play something else. Yeah, so the Meadery cut all of their paid content producers. Like the TLDR is that they basically ran out of money, which, you know, I understand. It's hard to just support a site with just ad revenue. Is there a basic land? Don't tell me. Oh, what a psycho. I was just expecting that to be Exile his guy. So, we could play this Wall of Omens and die next turn, but I think Wall of Omens is still the play. I would not be upset if we just died. I would not be upset if we just died. Like, that's something that could very realistically happen here. Bob Emrakul. Look, sometimes you just have to have, like, a giant set of balls. Like, you know? Sometimes you have to play Bob and Emrakul in the same deck. It's fine. You know? Because they play cards like Apostle's Blessing and Vines of the Vastwood, generally. The Death Shadow from the open at Forest in the board. Okay, that's good to know. So the next one's going to be just straight Exile. Kill me! Kill me! Oh, yeah, we're dead. We're super dead. Never ask your opponent to kill you. They'll oblige you in Modern. Both teams trying hard. Do I want Mana Leak on the play is a real question. Yeah, definitely. If you want to kill their lands, and they won't even have mana to pay for the declaration. I don't know if I want Mana Leak on the play. May as well just cut one Nahiri. That might be sacrilege, but I'm gonna cut one Nahiri. It was a combo in Modern before it was a combo in Standard, for reference. My first Legacy Open top 8 was Dead Guy Ale with Tombstalker and Dark Confidant. Very, very first Legacy Open top 8. Second Open top 8 overall, but first Legacy one. This hand's, again, very reasonable. Fentio is a hex card. Oh, it's hashtag card. Or Worker Bot's dead. The old fetch shock. I have Death Shadowed by opener. Oh, okay, Scarro. Non-TCG games. My wife and I both play a lot of deck building games. One of my wife's favorite board games is Agricola, however you pronounce it. Our opponent is, in fact, playing Suicide Zoo. If this is his only play, I think I'm just pathing him here. Okay, he has another play as well. Am I supposed to just path this anyways? I feel like I'm supposed to just path this anyways. I feel like I might end up dead if I don't be conservative with this. Cavern. I've not tried that one. My youngest is awake and slightly angry, so after this game, we're gonna have a 2-second break while I run upstairs and grab him from his crib. I love Kent Ketter. He's hilarious. Oh, no shock. I'll block. Block? I would like to block. Block. Basic must be in his hand? Right? Like, that's what that means? Basic's in his hand? This is getting Sacred Fount, Steam Vent, in case we just draw the Kiki. The real question is, do I want to shock this in? I do want to shock this in because now I have Resto and Path Snap Path up. Yeah, deck building games. We own every Dominion expansion that's ever been printed. Haven't played it in a while. I should really dust those off. I've also played the one that Kibler's company made. Gosh, I'm blanking. Ascension. I have Ascension too, but I think I like Dominion better than Ascension, which was why we own all the Dominions and we don't own all of the Ascensions. Opponent concedes. All right. I'm going to queue up another match here, and if we miss it while I'm upstairs, apologies. I'm going to run upstairs and grab Baby Decline. Man, 400 people in chat and not one of you could click OK? Come on now. I'm joking. I know you can't click OK. It's sarcasm. Alrighty. Alright. I can't queue it from here right now. Turn on Special Agent Oso here real quick for my youngest while we work. God, what did parents do before Netflix? Alright, this hand is great. Let's keep it. Just planning to blue, white, red today. Oh no! Oh no! We're super dead. Opponent's playing Scape Shift. Scale of 1 to dead. Super dead. VHS. That makes sense. Yeah, Magic Online tries to get you paired with people that are close to your same record, but it can't always do that successfully. Let's play Rugged Prairie out. Protomon with the 3-month resub. Thank you for the continued support, mate. I really appreciate it. You make Pikachu excited. This matchup is traditionally awful for blue-white-red, so I would not be surprised if we just like don't come anywhere close to winning this match. I'm gonna mana leak this because we can't mana leak other things usually. Why do you like a Johnny Mentor of here? It's just a card I tried. It's one of the many mid-range-ish cards that are fine in that deck. It's been a while since we've had a sub-train like that. I really appreciate it. Get the numbers up, keep the wife happy. I stream because I love it, but you know, the more money it makes, the happier Christy is. What matchup is good against Scapeshift? Scapeshift is very bad against the faster linear decks in the format. Scapeshift is one of the many decks like Blue-Tron that doesn't pair well against Burn. It doesn't pair well against Infect. It generally doesn't do amazing against Affinity. It doesn't do well against like Death Shadow aggro. All right, Commune with Lava. Yep, I'll take a look at it. That's one of the archetypes I want to look at too, personally. So, you know, maybe we just get really lucky and he doesn't have a Scapeshift or a Titan in his hand. Look, man, $200 is a lot less than $0. That's all I'm saying. For something that I was considering doing anyways, bringing in $200 a month to do it, that's great. And anyone that's ever worked as an adjunct professor at a school knows that $200 is probably more than I was making as an adjunct. So, you know, sad truths. I'm going to mana leak this just because mana leak's getting real dead. It's a lot more than 0, sure. Use the words I intended to say, not the words I actually said. Fetch basic mountain, Helix's Dome here. Pretend we have a chance, you know. It's the stupidest thing a student ever tried to get away with. I don't think they're really trying to get away with it. They were just being ignorant. But I was floored the first time I had a student answer their cell phone while I was teaching and not like say, "Hey, I'm in a class," and get up and leave. Like they answered their cell phone and then we're going to have their conversation in the classroom. Yeah, opponent's playing Titan Shift. Matthew Tickle was actually playing a version of this deck that didn't even have Scape Shift in it. It looks like we're getting Scape Shifted though. Yeah, getting Scape Shifted. Sure. Yes, I told them to leave. Yeah, I am, in not so many words. I told them to GTFO. I think Aegeus is worse than just playing like more copies of Aven Mind Sensor because Aven Mind Sensor is better at interacting with them as they ramp up the curve as well, and you could also play it out ahead of time and kind of be aggressive with it. Always make them show you the mountains. I'm not gonna make him put all these triggers on the stack. I'm not a jerk, but make them show you the mountains and show them that they can actually kill you. We bring in Leak, we bring in Crumble, and then we pray. Prayer is a good way to beat this deck. You just like hope that they don't do anything and they die. I guess Helix is technically better than Bolt. Nah, I don't even know if that's true. Snap Bolt is faster, and we're probably just dead even when we Helix. Yeah, okay. Like I said, no illusions that this matchup is good. Yeah, we have a Spell Snare and we have Bolt Snap Bolt. Much better than Helix here. Much better than Helix. So they waste an awful lot of land, sure. But like just fogging the Scape Shift is probably fine anyways. Magma Spray is good against Coco, it's good against Infect, it's good against Affinity. This version of the deck that our opponent's playing generally has a ton of mountains in it, so usually you're not really getting people by making them show you the mountains, but it's just a good practice to get into. What was the matchup? We lost to Mono Blue Tron. And like, that's just like what Modern is. Like, the thing about Modern that makes it interesting and keeps you on your toes is there's a bunch of different decks. Like, the decks that we've played against in this event, I wouldn't consider any of them tiered Modern decks. But you're going to play against some of these decks at real events. So, you know. Alright, I'm going to Snap Snare this. Let's try and keep them off guards. Sightbound with the brand new subscription. Welcome to the stream, mate. I appreciate that next level of support. No one's obligated to show that next level of support. I appreciate all of you just being here, watching, and hanging out, and even using the follow button. But subscribers allow me to do this a lot more often than I currently am, so I appreciate that. Also, I don't have an event this weekend. I'm not going to the Grand Prix in New York City, so I will be. I will likely be streaming after the GP coverage finishes on this weekend. All right. Well. When we get to 150 today, I mean, maybe. He did lay down what we need to crumble. That's true. I'm going to negate this because that's scary. I see Pikachu running on screen there. Thank you for the follow. I appreciate the support. If it's your first time by the stream, I would appreciate you using that follow and or sub buttons below if you're enjoying the content that I'm putting on here. Crumble the dust. Alright, we tried. I'm just jamming the Kiki. YOLO. I don't have any interaction. Because his top-end payoff might be a Primeval Titan. I guess we have Path to Exile to deal with that, but the Primeval Titan's probably just going to kill us with this Valakut that's already in play. I wonder if he just straight trades with the Snapcaster here. That would be interesting, because I have the Kiki. I wonder if the Angers are still in his deck post-board. They might not be. It's getting very close to activating this. He could go Mountain Ramp spell this turn and kill the Kiki. I attacked with both snaps, assuming he wasn't going to trade for one of the Snapcasters. You have an Obstinate Baloth. Ding! Fries are done. Get got. Looking a little crumbly there, opponent. It's a shame if someone were to take away all of your toys. What do you got? I should probably just screenshot his deck here. Nice deck. Nice magic deck you got here. Path. This guy. Well, at least we forced a game 3. You know, we got that going for us. I know attacking with Kiki is the same amount of damage here, but making a Snapcaster Mage sends a message. He does still have prime time. Oh, we're gonna Kiki Snap Crumble. You better believe we're Snap Crumbling. Got it. I'm all about sending those messages. What removal did he leave in his deck is a good question. Actual none. He is all in on the race to kill us plan. I mean, which is probably reasonable. He didn't have any bolts or anything in his deck post-board here, though. He also didn't see the Kiki game 2, I suppose. Oh, you know what? Commune with Lava is an instant, isn't it? How do we feel about the Dispel, chat? Do we want to bring in the 1 Dispel to counter 2 Commune with Lavas, or is that loose? We have Nahiri to loot them away. This doesn't seem awful. I was so good. I didn't call him a name. I was behaving. But we have Nahiri. I like loose stuff. Yeah, he could be like boarding in lightning bolts here because he saw Kiki. Wall of Omens draws magic cards and it makes Restoration Angel better. I could see trimming 1 though. This could be the Dispel. Which spell? Dispel right here. I also just trim a bolt. Yeah, I'm just gonna trim a bolt. Let's do it. We don't use the I word around here. We don't want to offend nobody. Is this keepable? I feel like we should mulligan for Crumble. I'm gonna keep this with a Scry because I'm greedy. Bottom. We might never cast a spell and lose, but we might cast a lot of spells and still lose. So you know, make it easy. Wall of Omens actually isn't bad if we hit another land here. I said I were so. I generically on stream for the longest time have been using the very offensive word, apparently, idiot, to, I call myself an idiot frequently. I call the creatures on the battlefield that we're targeting with removal spells idiots. Occasionally I would call my opponent an idiot because I just use idiot to point at everything. But apparently that's super offensive, and it means to be more accepting and welcoming. We're not going to use the I word here because I don't want to offend anyone. I can't even imagine how much the internet would explode if I actually said something that's really offensive, as opposed to using a word like idiot to upset people. I can't even imagine. Like I can only imagine that Reddit would explode. For the people asking why I kept this hand, this is actually a very good educational point. So, what I made by keeping this hand with a scry on the draw is what we call a percentage play. And one of the really important decisions you have to make in Magic a lot of the time is you have to look at a hand and go, what do I think is more likely? Am I more likely to win this game by going to 5 cards, or am I more likely to draw a land because this hand is fairly likely to win if it draws a land? So that's one of the decisions you have to make when you're mulliganing. And sometimes these hands, when you make what is a very reasonable percentage play, like I would keep this hand again in this matchup on the draw with a scry, you're going to lose. You're actually just like not going to play any spells, or like only play one spell when you finally hit, and you're going to die. Like that's very reasonable. It doesn't make the keep wrong. It just means we didn't hit the part of the percentage play that we were looking to hit. I'm here for the offensiveness. This hand was fine. We had a bunch of interaction, and we had a Nahiri to like search for our combo. This hand was our hands don't get much better than what we had in this hand. That's just a fact. Like, this matchup is bad, and this hand had a lot of very reasonable tools for the matchup, and I would keep it again. Nerd. Yeah, I do use Nerd occasionally. Just gonna wait a second for the people that are watching the advert that I just ran, so they don't miss any of the match here. Awesome, Martyr Punker. Yeah, the professor. I don't even know his actual name offhand. The TCC guy. He's great. We talk a lot. He loves some Modern, and he really likes Pauper. And I've streamed a bunch of Pauper before too. So. This hand's sweet. This hand looks exactly like the red-white Nahiri deck that we built at a certain point that was stone cold unplayable. He doesn't have a name. Yep. Kiki Fundamental College, that's hilarious. You know, the TCC guy. You say the TCC guy in a Magic community, everyone knows who you're talking about. The professor. Stone Cold unplayable. Yep, the red white deck was not good. Adding Snapcaster Mage is definitely ideal. I'm not gonna let social media, you know, cripple what we do here too much, but I think we can let the idiot thing go. We'll be, you know, maybe we'll just start calling them the bad guy, because although someone would probably get upset that I implied that they were a guy if I said the bad guy. So maybe I should say the bad person. Is that what I'm supposed to do? Is that how I get in the least amount of trouble if I say they're a bad person? But that's that. See where do I stop? I don't know. Send help. I don't know what's going on. What if they don't identify as a human? Let's say moron instead of idiot, right? Like, yeah, let's be honest. I probably couldn't be politically correct all the time on the stream if I tried. I'm just too obnoxious. Like, the opponent's meek. What if they identify as an attack helicopter? Oh man, are we dead? Sweet, not dead. This is an interesting sequence. Yeah, that's true. Cord for 4 reasons I can't stream for 100. Idiot is a good gender neutral term. That's all I'm saying. I'm just, you know, trying to be PC with a good gender neutral term. Like idiot. Idiots come in all shapes and sizes and genders. Sightbound, yeah, it's not completely unreasonable. And in fact, the list I played in Milwaukee almost had a Thragtusk, but I ended up playing 2 Obstinate Beloths instead. While our opponent's sitting here thinking, I'd just like to take a moment and say thank you to everyone that's here in the stream hanging out. I really appreciate the support. I think, okay, famous last words here, as always. I'm going to play the Nahiri, and if we die, we die. We need to stick this. This just needs to happen. Are we getting remanded? Gross. Wait. What? Gifts? Gifts kill us on tap? This is probably gifts. Okay, yep. Yeah, correct. Like, I like to think I'm a mostly reasonable person, and, like, getting upset about the word idiot, I think is just, like, silly, but I could be wrong. I'm going to bin the rituals here. I think we're just supposed to... I'm assuming we're dead. Like, on a scale of 1 to dead, like I said, would not be surprised to die next turn. Gift Storm top-8'd the Grand Prix in Detroit during Eldrazi season. Kill me! Last time I said that, they did. They obliged. Ritual. Past in Flames. Rituals. Manamorphose. Right, Zach? Just Moto things. We're going to make some changes to the deck list after this game, and then take another crack at it, I think. Yep, that's definitely the case. A lot of times things just don't translate well. Especially like when you're posting things on Twitter or social media. Or taking things out of context. Gosh, I can't imagine the number of... And like the idiot thing. It's just like super, super out of context because I use that word to describe almost everything. So, you know, maybe it's just a bad generic word to use. Nobody knows. Come on, Storm player. Kill me dead. The word idiot was not involved with Chris Anderson losing it, in fact. What are my Hex plans? We'll probably stream Hex at some point this weekend. I don't know if I'm streaming it. Probably not streaming it today. We did a 2-hour Hex stream yesterday, and we spent all day Monday streaming Hex, so... I really do hope. I might have outplayed him with a Wiggly Worm in our third game. No, I just want to try new things. We spent like 40 hours in the last 2 weeks playing Kiki-Cord, so I just want to like try different stuff. Maybe he just hasn't found the grape shot. That would be hot. How hot would that be if he just hasn't found a grape shot in half his cards? No! No! Miss! Miss! Maybe we'll play some Cord and some, Cord and some Legacy tomorrow. That could be good. Good plan. Give the people who love the Cord the Cord. We're so lucky! We're so lucky! We're so lucky! We're so lucky! Skill game outplayed, get got. Nice storm deck, buddy. Nice storm deck you got over there. It helps if you are lucky and good. But if you have to pick only one, you pick lucky every single time. Every time you pick lucky. Woo! Oh, sorry if I was loud. That's why you don't concede. You make them do it. And I would have conceded as soon as he cast the grape shot with it. I wouldn't have like made him put all the triggers on the stack, but make him click it. Alright, so I gotta cut two things. I want some angers in case he's going for empty. Usually they go for empty post-board. So if anyone is wondering, this is what Mapamante just said. This is why Storm's not a tier deck in Modern. Jake76D with the 3-month resub. I really appreciate the continued support, man. We're getting so close to the next 12-hour stream. 132 out of 150. Thank you very much. I really appreciate it, folks. Crumble doesn't seem unplayable. This has got to be loose, right? Pia has to be slow. Alright, let's do this. Bolts and Helix kill... Bolts and Helix are racing and they kill the Electromancers, so... Come on, you know... We'll bring in Crumble on the play for game 3. Crumble is... Yeah, exactly. Jake hit it exactly on the head. We'll bring it on the play. I don't think it's awful on the play. This hand seems great for 2 reasons, both of which are Blood Moon. We're going to lead on Flooded Strand for basic island. Because they can ritual Blood Moon on turn 2. We already have the basic plane, so... I mean, he probably could have done a lot of things. Doesn't mean he did. Come on, Blood Moon me. I've got Nahiri. Seachrome Ghost? Feels like a Seachrome Ghost. Not being on the play. You're right. Winning this game is definitely ideal. Nahiri's not stellar against this version of Storm because they cut the Ascensions for... They're not playing Ascension generally. Sometimes the Storm deck's very short on mana. Like when I play Cord, if I have Fulminator Mages in my sideboard, I bring in the Fulminator Mages against Storm because sometimes you just blow them out. That being said, I guess we shouldn't bring in Crumble against this version of Storm because the version of Storm that our opponent is playing is usually on 22 lands with gifts, whereas normal Blue-Red Storm with Pyromancer's Ascension is generally on somewhere between 16 and 18 lands. So that's my Storm lesson for all of y'all. This card's very good in this matchup, for reference. Odd SA 97 with the brand new sub. Thank you for the support. I really appreciate it. I'm not sure. There's the audio. Audio was a little bit behind there. Welcome to the stream, bait. I appreciate the support. Thank you very much. He's only got 4 cards in his hand, so this Kiki's probably gonna pressure. This Resto's probably gonna pressure pretty well here. I have to say Modern Storm is good. Correct. Modern Storm is not stellar. It's solidly tier 2.5, tier 3. I'm not fetching this because it might get a basic island, but in reality it's probably getting a... Alright, we're going to play this out now. Yeah. Yeah, it's a good afternoon to stream. So yeah, so everyone, if it's your first time by the stream, welcome. My name is Jeff Hoagland. I am a professional Magic the Gathering player who streams Magic and Hex TCG here on this channel. We only play constructed formats here for Magic, so you're never going to tune in and see me playing Draft or Cube or Sealed or anything like that. So you always know what you're getting when you tune in here. We're playing Standard, Modern, Legacy, or Pauper. We play a lot of Modern, though, for sure. All right, I'm going to go ahead and crack this one now and get Steam Vents tapped. I guess I don't need more blue, do I? Professional. Look, I don't play on the promotional tour, but I am a professional Magic player. I'm gonna fetch a basic mountain here. So I actually, if you don't follow me on Twitter or Facebook, I posted earlier this week that I'm going to have a more defined streaming schedule now. I'm planning on streaming 4 days a week at a minimum. So we're going to be streaming Monday, Tuesday, Thursday, and Friday afternoon, starting at about 1 p.m. CST on all of those days. So I appreciate all of you hanging out here. Borbaban, Pikachu running on screen there. Thank you for the follow. I appreciate the support. No idea, Yana. Anyone who's banned, tell them to take it up with me. Just gonna spell snare this. Look up the definition of a professional anything in the dictionary, and I am a professional Magic the Gathering player. I do have plenty of time to end up in first, so at this point, first on the leaderboard only matters for me for the very end of the year. It's possible I should have waited here, but like he's pretty likely to brick off. I'll always be a nobody in your heart, right, Maddie? So, opponent flooded a little bit here, but they're also playing the Storm deck that plays more lands, so... If it's your first time by the stream and you missed any of this stream and you wish you could have caught it, there's a link below the stream or on the right side if you're on mobile to my YouTube channel, and I archive all of my streams there, and I break them up by format and deck so you can just watch the content that you care about. You ever considered a Wandering Foam? I don't think we need another creature land in the deck. Helix you, bolt you, untap, kill you. Opponent concedes. Sweet. Got the coveted 3-2 there after skillfully outplaying our last round opponent. We didn't outplay him. He just bricked. All right. I want to shuffle some things around here. I want to try Wear Tear over the Stony Silences, which may or may not be correct. Actually, I want to try a Wear Tear and an Engineered Explosives. It's a change I wanted to make. I'm going to cut the Wrath of God. I don't want to cut the Dispel. I'm going to cut the Wrath of Gods. And I'm going to play a third Anger. And I'm going to cut the Magma Spray since I'm going up in Anger. And I want to add Aven Mind Sensor to the board for Scape Shift. All right, Adam T. Everyone gets a second chance. Hey, I'm being paid to show up to the Players' Championship. You're not wrong. We've got one more card for the sideboard here. This is just a different deck than the one we played yesterday. It's a straight up different deck. Now he'll play Lantern Control, yeah, right? So maybe I should have another... I mean, Engineered Explosives and Wear Tear are both good against Lantern Control. And, you know, in reality, we didn't have a way to beat Ensnaring Bridge, which these give us ways to beat Ensnaring Bridge. Flash Freeze, I like Flash Freeze. I've played me some Flash Freeze before, let's put it in. It's another card against Burn. Let's keep another one. Recently built Kiki-Cord, but I can't afford voices. Any temporary substitute? Yeah, I like additional scavenging ooze and walls. I would play a full 4 Wall of Omen so you get that extra 2-drop value creature, and maybe even another Wall of Roots is fine too. If you search for the SCG Regionals Ultimate Guide to Kiki-Cord or something like that, my last Kiki-Cord primer that was published on SCG has a sample list in it that does not have Voice of Resurgence and does not have Horizon Canopy in it, so it's a bit more budget friendly. It is strictly worse to not have Voice, but the deck is still playable and you will win games without it. Put him all into 6. 2 0/0s facing off. We're going to lead on Scalding Tarn here in the play, I think. Added Celestial Purge to help fight Liliana. Maybe. I've played Boros Charm in the past to beat Liliana's, which doesn't feel terrible. Godless Shrine, Relic of Progenitus. Man, even money, there's a Leonin Arbiter in our opponent's deck right now. Even money. The deck we're playing today is a little bit more proactive. Yeah, man, my Scalding Tarn's gone. You got it. Got. Nahiri control. Yeah, we're gonna mana leak this because it's a value creature. In the end, does it even matter? I'm not playing Kiki-Cord because I felt like playing something else. That's I felt like we streamed Kiki-Cord for almost 40 hours in the last 2 weeks, and maybe we'll play it some more tomorrow, but just trying different things. Oh, jeez. Random creature I just thought of, right? Like, you should ask Mapamonte sometime how thick my binder of cards that could possibly be played in Kiki-Cord might be. Like, there's a lot of them. It was over 2 weeks. It was like over 2 weeks, so, you know, it wasn't all 1 week, but it was a lot of cord. Deal. Exile your Matter Reshaper. It doesn't even matter because it's gone. Get it out of here. Oh, geez, are we getting restoed? He's dismembering it in response. What a sicko. He must think we're on hard control. Ghost Quarter, sure, man. He's going to be sad when this resto comes down and beats him down. And he's at 13. So this resto puts him to 10, and these put him to 1? Value. Value! Getting path? Sure. We're so unlucky. Binning this cliff top, I think. I agree. If he thinks I'm not on restos, it's fair to dismember there. I'm gonna bolt this. Yeah, I'm just gonna bolt this. I'm gonna save. I could path it, but I think I want to save the path for a Thought Knot Seer or Reality Smasher. Displacer. Okay. I'm gonna bolt this one too. Has 1 card in his hand. Seems great for us. I'm kind of wishing we had an Emrakul too. And that's one of the things I wanted to see if it was going to come up. Like, how often are we going to look at this and go, man, I wish there was an Emrakul here. However, we do have Mama and Papa. What do you think of the Eldrazi deck? I don't think the Eldrazi decks are very good. He's gone. Get another mountain. Lead on this, because he doesn't love a wall. I agree. And the deck where we're playing Emrakul, we have what's the word? We have a Loot House in it too. I'm not playing Loot House in this mana base just because we got a little bit more greedy with the Kiki. We really don't have sideboard for this matchup, do we? I guess PN Nalar seems reasonable. And I don't hate at least one Anger of the Gods. Spell Snare doesn't seem particularly good. The rest seems fine. I could see multiple Angers being okay, but I think I'm just going to submit like this. I mean, Wall of Omens isn't a $10 card for no reason. Come on now. Red, white, Kiki-Jiki combo. Still has relics in the deck. Maybe I should have cut a Snapcaster Mage just because he's got main deck relics. Yeah, it does look like just straight black-white Eldrazi. I agree. This is our only Kiki. Relic did so much for him, yep. I am displaced. It's unfortunate. Helix your guy. In case he's got like Resto Angel or something, I don't want to get blown out by it. There's a reason. Oh, no, 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 no! No! Look at the mistake I've made. That's fine. He's probably not taking the path anyways. I should have pathed this in response, but he's probably not taking the path anyways. He took the path. Man, that's greedy. Okay. Whoops. Whoops. I F6'd. I wasn't thinking. My bad. My B. Sorry. I'm just so excitable. He must have, like, Path and Dismember, right? To let me keep the Kiki-Jiki. He also, like, doesn't know that we're only playing one of them. I mean, at least the upside here is that, like, Resto's gonna cantrip and Wall's gonna cantrip. 3 mana instant. Which member? Dismember right here? Is he gonna kill my wall in response? How good would that be? What? What is even going on? I don't understand, but I'm okay with it. Yeah, man. Yeah, man, you got me. I've been had. Okay, as another TKS. That's pretty good. Now we're losing Kiki, I assume. It's unfortunate that both of these came into play tapped. He took the resto. Huh. I mean, he's just going to die to the resto and the colonnade, right? And block one of these with the wall. Always paranoid I'm going to click on the wrong one. I mean, we have Snapcaster Mage, right? Like, this is a fairly low-cost card to be playing. Like, I don't think Relic's unplayable in this matchup. I can make one of my more powerful cards just useless. What you got here? Dismember? Resto is dead. Attacks? Attacks? God, how... Kill you. Kill you. Kill you. Kill you. Kill you. Scale of 1 to dead. Where are we at here? Alright. Dead end of the scale. Sweet. Be right back. Need to know so. Who's your favorite? Thank you to everyone that hung out during that brief break there. Looks like there's still over 600 people hanging out. If you've never been by the stream before, welcome. My name is Jeff Hoagland. I'm a professional Magic the Gathering player who plays primarily on the SCG Tour. On this stream, I stream Constructed Magic and Constructed Hex. In Magic, we stream Standard, Modern, Legacy, and Pauper with a primary focus on Modern. If you've never been by the stream and you're enjoying the content, I'd encourage you to use the follow or sub buttons below the stream. Those are the two best ways you can show your support, and I really appreciate it. But I do just appreciate you just watching here as well. And there's a lot of different things you could be doing and different people you'll be watching here on a Thursday afternoon. So thanks for choosing to spend some of your time here with us. This hand's kind of medium. It's actually pretty good, right? Like we've got removal and counter magic. All right, so Leak's not going to be stellar probably, but the rest of it's fine. How does this match up against Kiki-Cord? Generally speaking, Jeskai decks are slightly favored against Kiki-Cord, but there's a lot of play to both sides. I am currently ranked number 2 on their leaderboard. I lost my win in the Legacy Classic with Big Red. So close, and yet so far away. Grab Sacred Foundry here. Man, one time could they not have Curse Catcher? The finals at the school where I teach were 2 weeks ago, so those are all done and over with, which is nice. Submitted my final grades on Monday. Felt real good to be done. Is Emrakul just too... Maybe. My impression was that I didn't want another clunky card. Like, Resto and Kiki can already be kind of clunky in a format like Modern. 4-drops can be a little awkward sometimes. That's why we don't have 4 Nahiris either. But that assessment could be incorrect. Whatever he casts here, I'm basically playing Mana Leak on, and I'm willing to trade Mana Leak for a Curse Catcher, basically. Yeah, that's fine. You have a Mutavault. Consolation DQ price. I mean, yeah, kind of. I don't have anything against. I don't have anything against Chris Anderson personally. Like he's an okay person. We all have bad days. That's just the truth of the matter. Anyone that tells you they never have a bad day is either Reed Duke or they're lying. Like those are the options there. So, cut Chris some slack. He was not having a good day or a good weekend. Like, please be Vapor Snag. Sweet. Correct. Reed would probably never claim to not have bad days. You are 100% correct. I'm going to Mana Leak this, and if he Curse Catchers it, good for him. There's a dead Chuck Norris as we do outside of Magic. Another Lord here sucks. So why did he put this to? It must have Master of Waves, right? Like that's the only explanation for this. This has to be Master. I guess he could have Kira. Would you play a non-blue creature land in this deck? No chance of having a mixture of the three. Yeah, Colonnade is so much. This is one of the best creature lands ever printed. Like it's very, very good. I'm gonna path his Lord of Atlantis in response to this. Seems like a fine exchange. He can still activate Mutavault and then Phantasmal Image Mutavault, but that's fine. That's much better than having another Lord. Kira is bugged online. Great. Great. Why? Why would you want format staples to work, you know? So we're getting a little bit low here. We're like a Helix away from really being stable in this game. If he peels a Lord here, we need to rip a Helix like right away. But if he doesn't peel a Lord and he just like fires these up and ships into my Restoration Angel, that's okay. Hardcast my Silver Gill Adept, sure. No Lord, please dealer. Please dealer. Sweet. No attacks. Yeah, I'm just going to put this into play. We very obviously have it, and he's respecting it, so I'm just going to put it into play and leave it back to block. This is permanent. It's literally a Mutavault. It is a land until he activates it. I guess I'll play this out. I'll play this out so that way we can't get Spell Pierce. Sometimes they play that card. That would be, it'd be silly to get Spell Pierce with 3 lands in my hand. Discard the Solid Fountain. Alright, another card to discard to Nahiri. Right? How much of the format is just trying to play cards that we know work? Well, look at that. Mana Leak did something. I was not expecting this card to have text on it at this point in the game, but, you know, God bless him. Yeah, this card's great. Card's great. Nahiri's great, Modern's great, Magic's great, you know, just all of it. Alright, well, we tried. Alright, well, we got 2 draws to find a removal spell. It's unfortunate. That's a good draw for our opponent. They had a lot of good draws in their deck. They've only seen 1 Lord so far in 15 cards, so... Helix, one-time dealer. Snapcaster Helix are our 2 draws. God, how good would it be if Snapcaster Helix were our 2 draws? Well, one more chance, please. Please, Worth. I've been so good this year, Worth. Alright, does Snapcaster Mage do it? So what am I doing here? So it takes me 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 to activate this. So I can snap, bolt, and then block all the guys. So yeah, well, pass. Oh, Kiki would have been out there too. Good. So if he draws a brick, he's dead. If he draws a brick, we win. I just have to kill this Master of the Pearl Trident before we move to blocks, unlike yesterday. Oh, no, wait. This doesn't let us live. We're short, right? I needed Helix. Yeah, I can't block all of these. Or one point of life short. Land doesn't let us live. Playing the land out doesn't let us live. Alright. Bring in Anger, bring in Wear Tear, bring in EE, cut the Mana Leaks. Bring in Pia. What's the cut here? Did I just not want Spell Snare? Maybe that card's just not good enough. That was the correct line, yeah. I think Wear Tear is fine. Kill a Vial. Like, we can bin it to a Nahiri if it's not good later. I think that's fine. This is not stellar, but it's a keep. Oh, it's technically a red land. How many Rugged Prairie am I on? I am on 2 Rugged Prairie? That's good. I mean, I don't think Jeskai control is very good pre-Nahiri, and I think Nahiri makes Jeskai control playable. So, yeah, I think Nahiri is much better than a Johnny. We might close the day out with a legacy league. I think I'm 1 match into a legacy league, right? Let me look here. Yeah, I'm 1-0 in a legacy league. Yeah, I'm 1-0 in a legacy league right now. Maybe we'll finish this out after this modern league. I need that red land anyways. Rugged Prairie, 1-time dealer. Well, that's kind of what we wanted. I do actually want to try Sin Prodder in Big Red. I think that's something I want to do at some point. I am already in this league though, so we're not going to have it for today, but I definitely want to jam Sin Prodder into Big Red at some point. Mono Red Sneak Attack in Legacy. It's still the Mono Red deck. That's my horse. Alright, so we get to fetch basic Mountain here. Bolt the Lord of Atlantis, untap Nahiri, kill the Spreading Seas. Okay, that's not the worst. And we can play PNK next turn. Unfortunately, I had to play an island in order to do this, so he's still going to have unblockable guys if he goes idiot into creature into Lord. We're not going to use the I word. DJ Grizzle and the Wiggly Wiggly Worm. Yeah, that's okay. Oh, waffle. Oh, did you run out of goldfish? The I. It's just in my vocabulary. It's just a word I say. A Mardu deck actually top What did it top? It top 8'd the Classic in Columbus, which was almost a 300-person Classic. I mean, the baby's almost a year old. Because Kiki-Jiki combos with Restoration Angel to make infinite Restoration Angels. And kill our opponent dead. Maybe he doesn't have a third lord here, and then Nahiri gets to start upticking. Have you heard about the bird? I said a bird, bird, bird. Bubber's the word. I said a bird, bird, bird. Bubber's the word. I said a bird. These things have to be terrible for me, right? Like flavored water. It says it claims there's no calories in it and it tastes delicious, so it has to be slowly killing me, right? Like that's the only reasonable option for this. What flavor goldfish do I feed my child? If he has another lord here, we're gonna be pretty dead. Unless we rip a path. He casts any Merfolk here, he gets to tap the Wall of Omens and then kill my Nahiri. I don't know. I haven't played enough matches with either yet to really have a feel for it. Well, I feel like... block. That... I am really confused right now. Just no respect for the Nahiri. Wanted to untap your vial. Oh, he has another lord. No. I'm so confused. I don't understand. I don't understand what is going on. Why? I feel like I'm just supposed to kill this, right? Like that has to... Yeah, kill that one. Play this. I think I'm playing Pia and Kurindalar here. Then I can start mowing down his guys. No, this gives other things Island Walk, so it doesn't give itself Island Walk. He revealed Harbinger of the Tides. It had +1/+1 from this Muro Reejerey, which is a non-Island Walking Lord. Kira's broken on Magic Online, Hoovis. Non-functional. Actual legendary Sea Drake that gives 2 devotion. And like he can like tap one of our guys and then Harbinger it, I guess. He can like get rid of a Thopter that way. Maybe I'm supposed to I thought about maybe bolting here because he could go like Lord and then I'm in trouble. I do not like Damirod and Kiki-Cord, that's why I don't play it. He could just like vomit his entire fishy hand onto the table here now that he has a second Reejerey. He had a second Reejerey. I'm so confused. I don't know what cards he had in his hand previously, and we're going to die anyways. I don't understand why my wall didn't die when he attacked, and I don't understand... I don't even know. Yeah, man, you do you. He had another Lord last turn, apparently, and didn't play it. Now we have to draw Path to Exile. Path to Exile, please, one-time dealer. Yeah, Bolt plus Thopter kills the guy with Island Walk here. That's the plan. And then we can mostly die anyways, but so I could like Thopter plus Bolt this, and then I can take hit from one of these guys, and I could go like wall block here. Yeah, I think Resto the Wall hit Path to Exile is the out here. Oh, this was a mistake. If we draw a Lightning Bolt, I'm a really big idiot. Watch us hit another bolt. Sometimes you just can't read what your opponent's doing, and like that's an interesting topic about leveling. Like they talk about like next leveling your opponent. It's only useful to be able to next level your opponent if you're only one level above them. So if you're trying to think 2 levels above your opponent, you're just leveling yourself. I talked myself out of taking a line that caused us to die more slowly in order to take a line that allowed us to win the game. Can you give me that? It's not for you. Do we need a bottle? All right. I will be right back down. I have to make a quick bottle for my youngest. Okay, Dad's going to make a bottle right now. Yeah, it sounds reasonable. My opponent disconnected. All right. And he's back. Sweet. Opponent mulligans 6. Chat's turned into a college chemistry class. All right. This is the 4th mana leak. This is so I know when we draw the 4th one. Good guy opponent said he turned off the stream. I appreciate that. Infect. Huh. Yeah, I'm just going to bolt this. We have a spell snare for a follow-up blighted agent. I think the format is looking like as a whole. You can read all about that and more. Where did my article go here? Post-I Modern Breakdown. There it is. Did you not? Oh, I don't think you saw the spell snare. I'm gonna hold Mana Leak up for now. Doesn't have a threat on the board. Try and catch the next one of those too. That's not a threat. All right. Well, we're gonna Mana Leak that because it makes this deal extra damage. That was, man, things are coming up Millhouse this match. Seems hot. Second Ink Moth for our second path, sure. We just take our 1 here. Unless he tries to pump it. If he tries to pump it, I path it. So if he doesn't go for the pump spell there, I just take 1 and then path it at end step. And the reason why you do that is you don't want your opponent to like kick Vines of Vastwood in response and just like super savage you. I'm going to play this first so that way I can leave red up after we draw. Perfect, just like we drew it up. It's not even your nuts hand. Scapeshift doesn't consistently kill you until like the 5th turn of the game. Like... Well, he didn't have a protection spell last turn, so... Gotcha. Alright. Path Exile is a hell of a magic card. Turns out. The good worth giveth, and the good worth taketh away, you know? We live and die by his sword. Yeah, man. Alright, well, I'm just going to Helix this since I have a Mana Leak back up. He has to have 2 pump spells or pump plus protection here. We could get into trouble with that play, but I feel like we're pretty likely to win with the Mana Leak. And then if we don't draw anything threatening here, yeah, okay, that lets us fire up the Colonnade and leave Mana Leak up, so... I'm always so paranoid that I'm going to tap the one I'm activating. Ancestral Visions is not a modern playable magic card. It's not good. Don't play it. I do not like it. I do not like it, Sam I Am. I do not like it in a can. I do not like green eggs and ham. Can't hold Mana Leak up anyways, so might as well cast it. And he let us attack first, so he's taking 4 from this. Small misstep on the opponent's part. You always want to do things when you're trying to kill Colonnades when your opponent enters combat, so that way if they have a Mana Leak like we did there, they tap it before they're able to deal you damage. Nahiri. I feel like I'm just supposed to kill him with this. Alright. We were just Jeskai control with Wall of Omens that game, which was fine. Anger's good. EE's good. Dispel is good. PNK are good. Spells, man, all of our cards are just good in this matchup. Maybe this is just a cut the combo matchup. I feel like this might be a cut the combo matchup. Feel free to tell me how you feel about that. I'm going to cut some mana leaks too on the draw. Flash Freeze is medium. It doesn't counter Blighted Agent. I think I'm going to submit like this. I guess Anger's medium. Some other hands it's really good against though. Let's submit. Crumble's medium. I wouldn't fault anyone for boarding in 1 Crumble. 2's insane, but one might be okay. I think I'm allowed to keep this hand. It's pretty dead to a Blighted Agent, but... And here he's kill Wild Defiance. Okay, that's a very fair assessment. He knows that he can just kill us on 2 if he has it. Nahiri's medium against Spellskite. I guess it can exile tapped things and Spellskite can't redirect. Yeah, you always board out the 4th one first. Well, we could be dead here. Kill me. Kill me! If he can go for it, I'd go for it here. The matchup doesn't get better for him. Okay, take 1. Another agent, another elf, sure. Alright, maybe we'll find Anger of the Gods here. Draw Anger of the Gods and not die next turn. God, how good would that be? Kill me. 2 plus 4s, 2 groundswells, do it. Yep, we're dead. Oh, what is going on? I don't even understand. I don't understand. I don't know what is happening. Help! Help, I need an adult. I need an adult. Well, our hand's very good against what he kept. Things are coming up Millhouse, as the kids say. I think I'm just pathing this Spellskite now. Yeah, I'm just pathing the Spellskite now. I don't want him to be able to protect it since I've got so much red removal. Let's just get that out of here. Yeah, that was Legacy at least. Like, Legacy, you know what you're signing up for. You're signing up to die on the first turn of the game when you register for a Legacy event. Which member? Dismember right there. I don't even understand what is in our opponent's hand. It's got to just be like a bunch of dispels, right? Play this, win the game. Get our second PNK here too. Block with Thopters. Pew pew. I mean, it's looking more and more like he has stow nothing. Pew. There's a good bit of play in the Cord Mirror. There are definitely cards that matter more than others, but there's a lot of play to beat your opponent with proper sideboarding in the Cord Mirrors, I feel like. Hey, yeah, you top 8'd, bait, right? You were the one that was playing against that Eldrazi player? You played that match exceedingly well. I was very impressed. Your deck was sweet, too. He was playing Nick Fit. Kill your elf. You've dismembered my PN Nalar. Yeah, there's a lot of play in the Cord mirror as well, for sure. Or the Cord, the pseudo mirror with Abzan Company. I think Kiki-Cord's a little bit ahead in the Abzan versus Cord matchup, but it's definitely not by that much. There's a lot of close and a lot of room for mistakes on both sides. I'm pumping my guys. Fair. GG's opponent. Opponent today was watching the stream previously, so hopefully he'll be back here soon. His draw was pretty poor in that second game. Thoughts on Remand? Remand's fine. I didn't have room for Remand in this configuration of the deck, just 'cause, like, you have to cut something in order to make room for Wall of Omen, so, like, basically Remand was the cut. But in the pure control version that we streamed with on Tuesday, Remand was very reasonable. Can I get an I-word emote? That would probably be amusing. What would it be? What would an I-word emote be? Actually, we have one emote I haven't used yet. We have 7 right now, and we have an 8th that I haven't added yet. It's very difficult to evaluate cards like Nahiri a lot of the time, because Nahiri is a very subtly powerful card, as opposed to cards that are like very obviously powerful, like Snapcaster Mage or Dark Confidant. Have to mulligan. Yeah, this hand's okay. 2 removal spells, 4 lands. Definitely keep on 6. Would like to find like a Nahiri or a Wall of Omens or some kind of threat on top. We'll bottom a land. Definitely just I-word. Yeah, I could see that. That could be funny. Please not boggles, please not boggles, please not boggles. Sweet. Ooh, Malira. I'm excited. We found a real deck on Magic Online. This never happens. Just gonna path Finks here. Deploy Resto next turn and start beating down. Opponent mulligan to 6. For reference, opponent did not keep 7 either. It is Declan in the background. Jake is still napping. Yeah, we haven't dropped any frames today. It must have been my crappy wireless card. This little piece of poop. Little bitty piece of poop. Yeah, it's pretty good. That is true. We've played against 2 tiered decks in a row. I don't even understand. Up is down and down is up. Alright, well, I'm just going to try and beat him down, I suppose. I'm just going to bolt this Viscera Seer now so I don't get myself into trouble. Scryed bottom. Take my 2. I mean, Kiki lets us beat Infinite Life too. Kiki lets us beat Infinite Life easier than Emrakul does. Yeah, your company's all there. Hey, the gang's all there. He has a Malira in his hand. Finks Spellskite, okay. Well, just gonna do what we can here and race. We are technically winning the race. Happy birthday, Tom. Catch you later, mate. Thanks for hanging out. Okay, opponent's dead in 2, assuming they have nothing. Alright, they're technically dead in 2. So he plays on their kitchen finks. Birds of Paradise also works here, lets him block. Wish I had Anger of the Gods in my main deck. We've got 3 in the board, though. Because tiered decks are expensive. This deck also doesn't see a ton of play on Magic Online because you can't combo effectively with the Malira deck online like you can in paper. You can't just demonstrate a loop and then, you know, cut to any point in your deck without rearranging the order. So this deck is just functionally crippled on Magic Online. Yeah, he's definitely siding in Forge Tender, but like that doesn't mean you don't bring in Anger. Kill me. Yep. Alright, well, we are technically dead. But, I'm just going to concede. We have a very low chance of winning here, and the life EV of, like, making our opponent click through their thing is just, like, not not worth it. If he didn't have the Spellskite in play, I think I would keep playing just because we have a pretty reasonable chance of getting him that way, but I think just the plus EV play there is just like pack it in. I don't love Spell Snare in this matchup. Flash Freeze is fine. Some Mana Leaks is good. Damnation's okay. I think Anger is better than Damnation on average, though. Thanks for the support, Perlalda. Welcome, new subs. You had a bunch of new subs in. You're one of them. I appreciate it. Thanks. What else do I want to cut here? Counterspells get a little bit awkward against... maybe I don't want Piankr in the large. It's kind of clunky. We already have clunky cards. And then, like, trim at least one Mana Leaks to bring in Flash Freeze and Dispel. Abzan will remain tier 1 after the next. No idea. Like, predictions like that are pretty pointless in Modern. Like, Modern is the definition of a format where people just play whatever they want. Oh, we should bring in Mind Sensor, right? That's pretty good. Cut a leak. Need 2 more cuts here. 2 more cuts. Trim a Nahiri. I don't think we ever trim Nahiri in the other version of the deck, but in this version where we're playing like mid-range threats, I think we're allowed to do that. Cut 1 more Mana Leak. I like being able to interact with their board as opposed to like having a bunch of counterspells stuck in my hand. Yeah, that's why I said in that last game, if he didn't have the Spellskite, we were only a removal spell plus Kiki away from disrupting his combo and winning. But because he had the Spellskite too, we would have needed two removal spells plus Kiki. So I just conceded to not make him click through it. I feel like Mind Sensor is just bad. I mean, Mind Sensor is pressure on top of being pseudo disruption. Oh, you know what? I should have. I'm a big dumb dummy. I should have played a fetch land on 1 so I could bolt this mana creature he's about to play and then play Wall of Omens on 2. That is just the poorest of sequences here. It was very sloppy on my part. Spellskite does not stop Kiki. Kiki is target non-legendary creature you control. Voice, sure. Show me Anger of the Gods. I prefer playing Magic and Paper because I feel like I have more of a chance to gain an edge over a worse opponent in Paper just because the client's not there holding their hand, reminding them how their Magic cards work so they make the right plays. So I would prefer Paper in general. No, yep, I'm going to be here for a little bit. I'm planning to finish this Modern League and then play the last 4 matches in the Legacy League that I have open right now. So, going to be on for a bit. Yes. So, pro parenting tip. If you ever get a toy that makes noise, for your child, you don't just want to push it once to see if the noise annoys you. You want to push it like 600 times because that is how many times your child is going to push the button on the toy that makes noise. 600 times right in a row. He could like Cord for Skite here. Just sacking it, sure. So the Snapcasters are our last piece of interaction, so I'm not just going to run it out. I'm just going to go ahead and pass the turn here. Any townships, pretty good. So basically don't get anything that makes noise. Yep, that's... Or make sure, actually, another pro piece of parenting advice, if you are going to get a noise-making toy, make sure it has an off button. They don't all have off buttons for some reason. Another Snapplecaster Mage. Okay, well, I think the second Snapplecaster Mage means I'm going to Snapbolt this voice. It's called forcibly removing the batteries. Yep, cripple the toy. The old collected company in response. Gross. Hammers are the universal off button. Yep. Well, things are not going well for our hero. I'm going to take a couple hits from this elemental now. We need to draw anger like last turn. Yep, there's another combo piece. I don't think Spell Snare is very good against Malira Company. They actually don't play that high of a density of 2-drops, and a lot of their 2-drops come in off of Company, so like they're not actually going to have a chance to interact with them. I'm going to play this now and try and draw an Anger of the Gods. Making vids, so starting for... I write, generally, I took this week off because I didn't have any good topics to write about. Because, unlike some Magic writers, if... Declan Scott, calm down. Collected company, shh. Oh. Oh. This is loose on my part. He get his combo piece here. Alright, didn't get the combo, sure. Well, if he doesn't have a cord and we hit anger like a professional, we could be in a really good spot here. Man, 3 angers on the board too. Chip it, I guess. No topic, Nahiri Emrakul. Yeah, I don't know if this deck is good. And I don't really like writing about things that I don't actually genuinely believe are good. Like there's a lot of people in the Magic community that just like consistently churn out BS. And if I don't like feel like I really like a topic that I'm writing about, I just don't write about it, as opposed to like spewing out garbage. Alright, we're still on the he has nothing in hand, anger kills him, anger wins the game line. We've got a chance here. We've got Kiki could technically combo him. We've got Wall of Omens and Nahiri for redraws. We just got another fetch land, so we're dead. GG's opponent. It's one more turn. That was one card too late. 2-2 in this league, 3-2 the last one. Queue up this last match. Sometimes you just flood out a little bit. That's magic. If you're not okay with that, you should probably consider playing chess instead. Opponent kept. We're going to keep. This hand needs a couple of lands, but it's pretty reasonable other than that. To our old blue-white control impression. Alright. I haven't gotten Bo in a little while. How are you finding full bolt path for Helix Picture? I mean, it's good. It's like almost always good. I always flat out in chess. Yep. Play this out, I guess. Pass the turn. Looks like my oldest is awake. I'll have to grab him after this match. He's thankfully hasn't decided to start climbing out of his crib yet, which is wonderful. We're just going to take our 2 here, and if he doesn't do anything, we're going to Helix him at end step. Yep. No, I don't really care for Tron. I don't think he's particularly great. Leak your mana. This isn't removal, it's reach. That's why it hit his face. He just decided to play around Mana Leak last turn and drew another Daybreak Coronet, so he can go Coronet this turn. That's like exactly what happened. Alright, well, we have a combo in our deck, and we have Nahiri's to exile the one of his things, so we're technically not just dead. We have lines here. Declan is happy in the background. If he starts fussing, I'll pick him up, because he's adorable. Yeah, we're just going to take the hit for now. We could untap and draw Nahiri, untap and draw Kiki, and actually win the game. Not all Magic is interactive. Like that's just how it goes. Them's the beats. We're not attacking with the Restoration Angel because he has a Spider Ember, which means his guy has reach. Oh, you know what? I probably should have Snap Helixed him last turn, because then I could Resto the Snapcaster moving forward. That seems okay. Yeah, I'm going to go ahead and do that. Do that now. I'll just take our hit here. Then I'm going to Snap Helix him. And that way, if we miss next turn again, we can Resto Blink the Snapcaster and buy ourselves a few turns. I didn't Snap Leak there because the Umber really doesn't matter. And I wanted the out to be able to draw Kiki and combo him. But maybe the fact that we only have one Kiki means we're not supposed to do that and I'm supposed to deploy the Snapcaster sooner. Unsure. He could just like Rancor or Protection from Creatures us and then we die, but... So I'm just going to go ahead and block. And then before damage, I'm going to Resto. Because Resto is besto. How do we come up with the name Declan? Declan is a pretty common name, actually. I think it's like top 100 for recent names. Oh, look, our path did something. I said you were being content, so you decided to stand up and scream, huh? Let it be known, you are the D-Money. What kind of money? The D-Money. Hi, Internet. I'm a tiny angry baby. Let your rage be known. We need a D-Money cam. Because he's precious. It's a precious D-Money cam. Yeah, we got a car. not the car. Yeah, man, you got Core Spirit Dancer. Draw some cards. Alright, getting a little bit more life here. Still not a trample enchantment. Or a protection from creatures. Block this guy. Mana leak, value. Opponent has successfully assembled Voltron. You're making your car fly. I could just like leak, snap, leak here. I think I'm supposed to leak, snap, leak here. And the reason why I'm doing this is the Snapcaster Mage isn't getting much better value than this anyways. And this prevents him from cantripping one of the enchantments he might have in his hand. And I really don't want him to draw more cards. So, yeah, I'm just going to leak, snap, leak this. And again, looking for Kiki or Nahiri at this point. The worst part here is if he makes us click through the combo if we hit it, because he's going to have a ton of life. It'll be super rude. This fourth Horizon Canopy. There's a reason they play them. Are we dead? Griff Spoon? What is this? Well, I'm glad I threw away the Snapcaster Mage last turn. Is this real life? Is this real life? Block. Don't push the keyboard. Oh, are you angry? Don't do it. Rawr, rawr. No! GG, opponent. Yeah, Griffspoon seems sweet in his deck. Alright, we weren't getting in there anytime soon. Where is my Nahiri? Where is my Nahiri? 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 We're going to hit Kiki before we hit Nahiri. Alright. Alright, so Path is out. P and K is out. Anger and Wear Tear and EE and Negate and Flash Freeze are in. I don't want these bolts. I think that's it. I think I'd rather have Helix that helps racing. Go ahead and submit. Sounds like your mama's home. I heard your mama chirp the car in the driveway. There she is walking in. Sorry, JC Work. I was a lot going on. Thank you for the follow. I appreciate the support. Sorry, I missed it. I try to respond to every deck list that people send me on Facebook and Twitter. So if I don't respond to your deck in what you feel is a reasonable amount of time, feel free to prod me again. Sometimes I get a lot of requests or just have a lot of stuff going on in my personal life. So I do try to respond to everyone that sends me something, though. At least just, give it a look and say a few words. Oh, geez, I hope he attacks with this. We get to Nahiri it. Alright, well, we're just going to anger this guy, I think. Gets rid of the hyena trade. Am I supposed to anger this? I suppose I can target that, so I'm not. I feel kind of bad for boarding the paths out. This is bad, I guess. I should have... Yeah, I'm just going to play this other... This whole sequence was sloppy for me. I guess if he plays, like, White Source Daybreak Coronet, I'm a little sad I didn't anger. Okay. Yep. Oh, wait. No, I'm not even sad now, right? Because I can Nahiri the Hyena Umbra, and then the Daybreak Coronet dies? Yeah, that seems great. Because Daybreak Umbra, Daybreak Coronet can only enchant an enchanted permanent. So if I play this and exile this, it gets rid of both of them. Alright, so we just go ahead and we exile Spider Umbra and then cash in Anger of the Gods and then shock this in and pass. What can't Nahiri do? She really does it all, right? It depends on how much hate people are cutting. I feel like people still have affinity hate just because they're afraid of it. I agree. She's definitely good in these Eternal formats, these non-rotating formats. Oh, yeah. Who's a funny monkey? Yeah, I'm just gonna snap like this. I mean, we're down a game. Don't go nuts. We are down a game. Nahiri definitely makes this matchup better. Like, we wouldn't be anywhere close to winning this matchup if we hadn't had Nahiri. This is my youngest. He is almost 12 months old. There's your car. There's your car. Yeah, man. Kiki's dead. You're funny. You funny guy. You funny guy. You wanna play with the water ball? Open the armory. Okay. Interesting. Opponent's got a few neat tricks in their deck. You have a Daybreak Coronet. That's fine. Let's fire up the old Colonnade here and go to work. I don't know how I feel about this Kiki version versus the Emrakul version. I think I like the Emrakul version more. This is our last match in a second league with this deck. You can catch the archive on YouTube. It should be up by tomorrow. I'm still not 100% sure I like this version of the deck more or not. Sorry, I was trying to call for my wife, but she doesn't hear me. All right, you have a Spirit Dancer. Yeah. Can you take the money and get Jacob? Yeah. You're. Another hour and a half or so. Another hour and a half or so. Ugh. I think I'm supposed to anger here. Yeah, so if I shock this in, I can do 1, 2, 3. I don't even have to shock that in, right? I can just activate this, animate. He's not going to block. I like the... She thinks the D-Money nickname is funny. Trey Gamer with the 6-month resub. Thank you. You were one of the first, and I really appreciate the continued support, mate. Welcome. Dead on board to colonnade. Oh, that's annoying. I just thought he was making us kill him. Apparently he had an out. Alright, now he's dead. Sweet. Rock decks will pretty much always be available. Yeah, I think so. We can't just, like, always mulligan to an anger in this matchup, I don't think. This hand might just die, but I think I'm allowed to keep it. I don't know, though. Wall buys us a little bit of time. How does this compare to the Emrakul one? I think I like the Emrakul one better. Wall and Resto feel kind of clunky. I think I'm just playing this out. That was a good draw. That was a good draw. I don't think Verdict's actually better than Anger of the Gods right now, in all honesty. That should kill both the auras, yeah. It's blue, white, red. Maybe I'm supposed to wait till... Okay, he's just sacking that, sure. Alright, well, maybe there's a chance. Steam Vents here. Or Sacred Foundry? Yeah, Sacred Foundry. Well, untapped land. Untapped red land. Alright. Not untapped red land, but untapped land is still good. Verdict beats Fish. I think Anger is still better on average. I think I'm pretty confident in that assessment. Oh, please untap red land. Please untap red land. Please untap red land. Well, we're definitely looting with this. Please have bricks. Please have bricks. No respect for Nahiri, sure. Oh, that's unreal. Alright, well, we beat Boggles. Put my camera back up in the right spot here. Let's big red it up.